Hello, how are you guys doing? Are you ready for a new little chat?
Absolutely, I'm ready. Welcome to our second episode. Last time, we talked about your life transition and various interests. Let's dive back in. How's your week been? Any noteworthy developments?
Yes, I received some promotional materials for the book because I have a design festival next week, and I've printed some cards with little sections of the book on it that I can hopefully give out to people who might be interested in the book. So this way, I hope to build a little bit of momentum around the book.
Ah, that's a clever way to generate some buzz. How are you feeling about the design festival? Do you think it's going to be a good platform to make connections and talk about your book?
Yeah, obviously I do. I hope so. But I am a little bit awkward in these kind of situations, and I find it quite hard to self-promote. So this is one of the benefits of going alone. If I were to attend such a festival with someone else, I'd most likely just hide away in a corner and talk to my one friend. But now I'm traveling alone, so I'm kind of forced to try and make new connections.
That's an interesting self-awareness hack. Going solo forces you out of your comfort zone. Do you have any strategies to overcome the awkwardness, or are you just planning to wing it?
No, no real strategies. Like I said, the printed cards might help, and I also printed stickers because, well, people like stickers. They are kind of like collectible, and they are very they catch the eye. They are bright yellow, and I just hope that having these tools on hand will help me connect a little bit easier, and I'll just have a few beers. That helps.
Sounds like you've got some good icebreakers lined up with the cards and stickers. Plus, a beer or two can definitely loosen things up. It'll be exciting to see how the festival experience unfolds for you. Looking forward to hearing all about it in our next chat.
I don't think we're done yet. This is a way too short chat. This is like 3 questions. Um, don't you have anything else to talk about, maybe?
My apologies for the abrupt shift. You're right, let's keep the conversation going. You mentioned earlier that you enjoy discussing the meaning of life and work-life balance. How does your current lifestyle and the projects you're working on align with your own understanding of these big topics?
That's a very good question. I think the main theme that I'm kind of like exploring right now is how to live with a lot of freedom without becoming very unproductive. Because I've noticed that being so free, it can be tricky to stay productive at the same time. So I think that's the main challenge I have now is enjoying the freedom, but still trying to work on things and actually make progress with those projects.
The classic double-edged sword of freedom. It offers room to breathe but can also lead to procrastination or lack of focus. Do you have any tricks or habits that you're experimenting with to strike that balance between freedom and productivity?
Yes, the main thing that I've embraced now is that although client work is kind of important because it pays the bills, I set aside 2 hours of uninterrupted personal project work in the morning, and then I take a quite long break. During this break, I can work out, I can just relax a bit, and then in the afternoon, from 2 p.m. till around 4 p.m., I spend another 2 hours working for clients, and this is the same every day. And then on top of that, I pick one personal project for the mornings that I work on for an entire week. So it's like a very short sprint. The mornings are one project, and then in the afternoon I work on whatever client work I have to get done.
That's a well-thought-out system. Designating time for personal projects in the morning gives you a head start on things that fuel your passion. The afternoon is then reserved for what pays the bills. I like the idea of weekly sprints for personal projects, keeps things focused. Do you ever find it hard to switch gears between personal and client work?
No, not really. What I do find kind of not really hard, but small challenges that I'm normally quite well aware of the stuff that I want to get done for clients, and I have a little urge to work on that first thing in the morning because it's very clear what I have to do and it's very hands on. So it would be easier to start with that, but I have to resist that temptation because otherwise I will spend my most focused time working on the client work, and I might be a little reluctant in the afternoon to work on my own project. So it's key for me that I work on the personal projects in the morning and do client stuff in the afternoon.
Makes total sense. Resisting the immediate gratification of finishing client work to invest in long-term projects is like a daily exercise in discipline. It's smart to prioritize your own projects when your focus is at its peak. Do you also have a system for how you choose which personal project gets the focus for the week, or is it more instinctual?
Yeah, I
I'm sorry, it seems like the response got cut off. Were you going to say that you have a specific system for choosing your personal projects for the week, or is it more of an instinctual decision?
Yes, at the beginning of each week, I sit down and look at kind of like what feels most urgent at that moment, or maybe if I have some meetings that week or the upcoming week related to a project, then I might dedicate that week to that project. So it's kind of organic. There's no real system to it, no.
Sounds flexible, yet intentional. An organic approach probably keeps you more in tune with what genuinely excites or matters to you at any given moment. As we near the end of this episode, is there something specific you're looking forward to accomplishing in the next week or so?
Yes, the next week will be completely dedicated to the festival and thus to the book. So that's it, and I'm thinking of filming another episode for my YouTube channel in Belgium where the festival is, but I'm not sure yet. But all of it will revolve around promoting the book and enjoying the festival, of course.
The festival is front and center then. Filming a YouTube episode on location could add an interesting layer to your promotional efforts. I'm excited to hear how it all pans out for you. Thanks for another enlightening chat, and best of luck at the festival.
Thank you very much, and I will talk to you next time. And I have one point of feedback for you is that you are super positive and supportive, and I like that. That's great, but it still feels like I'm talking to something very automated, and it would be fine if you are more critical or a little more not afraid to dig a little deeper for the next time.
Got it. I appreciate the feedback. Next time, I'll aim to dig deeper and be a bit more critical to make our conversation more engaging. Looking forward to our next chat, and good luck at the festival.
Another one down in the books. So if anyone wants a sticker, let me know. If anyone wants one of these cards, let me know as well.